Level up your success with the ICABA World Network, where accomplished Black professionals and entrepreneurs have created a thriving global ecosystem built from valuable connections and impactful collaborations. Be a part of a trusted network that uplifts, inspires, and enhances your success. Join like-minded and leading Black professionals to foster meaningful relationships, unlock opportunities, and access the resources you need to thrive in your career, business, and life. Go to ICABAWorldNetwork.com and join today.
Good morning,
everyone. Welcome to the September 26th edition of ICABA Biz Connect. Glad to see you, and I hope you're having a great day so far. And if this is your way you're starting your day off, then we're going to do our best to make sure that everything goes well. And this is a value-rich opportunity for you to grow your business. So we've got three great speakers here with us today, and so we're going to get ready to introduce them. And as we typically do, we do a couple of things. One, we'll introduce ICABA, because we know we have people here who are with I guess you could say, a range of knowing who we are and what we do. So I'm going to share my screen and okay. So for those of you who are new to ICABA, you can go to ICABAWorldNetwork.com and learn more about us. And we're going to take a moment and just tell you a little bit about ICABA. One of the things that we're really focused on is what we call the 3 C's: connect, collaborate, and community. And we have what we call a collaborative. Okay. Chantelle? Oh, okay. A collaborative success ecosystem. And I'm going to play a little quick video, which will tell you a little bit about that.
The ICABA World Network is a collaborative success ecosystem which provides a wellspring of knowledge well beyond networking. ICABA members can tap into sessions with experts, thought leaders, mentorship, and coaching opportunities to amplify their personal and professional growth.
So today is one of those opportunities, as we're talking about in terms of what we do with ICABA. And I also wanted to share with you as well one other thing, and I jumped off of my screen a little too quickly, so give me a second to go back. And for those of you who are particularly new, and even for those of you who've been around ICABA for a while, you may not be aware of our impact. And so ICABA is the first and leading online ecosystem for accomplished Black professionals and entrepreneurs. We started in 2009, and so we've been around for 15 years. We've got over 13,000 members and followers. We've recognized close to 1,300 Black professionals and entrepreneurs at our various events. We have 4 different resource centers in ICABA, including our Career Center, our Founders Advisory Network, and so on. We have produced over 355 events during this time. And a phrase has kind of come out of that as people have come to ICABA events. People started saying to me, upon leaving an event, that, wow, another great ICABA event. And so we kind of have embraced that, and we see that as a benchmark for us to continue to deliver. We've had over 18,200 total event attendees at 75 events last year, with 3,700 attendees, and our media presence last year was 1.2 million. We're trying to figure out a way to calculate the number of connections and collaborations that we make. But quite honestly, we haven't quite gotten there yet, but they are definitely in the thousands that we've been able to help people to get connected to one another, to information and resources to help you to grow your business. And that's really the main thing that we're about here. So I'm very happy to have everyone here, and I want to now just kind of tell you what to expect today. You've got several speakers, and we're going to hear from a featured speaker, and then we have 2 members who we're going to feature to talk about what it is that they do, but more importantly, how they can benefit you and help you to grow your business and become a resource for you to do just that. And there are several takeaways from today and insights that we're looking to deliver. One is how to successfully pursue government contracting in today's climate. And secondly, to talk about and give you some takeaways and insights into innovative communication strategies to build your brand and grow your business. And third, making sure you are financially positioned for business growth and wealth creation. So one of the things that we do when we introduce our speakers, many end up being ICABA members. So to give you a little bit of an idea of also some of the things that we do and how we're able to serve you, I'm going to share my screen and go to the profile page for our keynote speaker, Mr. Sandy Michael McDonald. Sandy is the director of the Broward County Office of Economic and Small Business Development. And a little bit about Sandy. He effectively leads small business and economic development in government. His expertise is in economic development, business development, government contracting, and business financing. And his superpower, at least one of them, is helping small businesses to grow and enhance economic development. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, if you will, I have, as you can see, brought Mr. McDonald onto the screen. So he's now on the platform. And Sandy and I had a conversation last week as I transitioned over to him. And one of the reasons that I put this insight and takeaway today about successfully pursuing government contracting in today's climate. Many of you, if not all of you, know what's going on with DOGE and the new administration, and I'm sure have questions about how that's going to impact you. We see the impact it's having on government employees. We've seen that just yesterday, I saw a headline that the governor of Florida has now decided to open up an office of DOGE here in the state of Florida. Don't know exactly what that means and what that's going to be. But Sandy is here to tell you that, the sky is not falling yet. It may, but it hasn't fallen yet. And but the bottom line is, stay focused and keep your head up and keep on doing business. So with that transition, I'm going to turn it over to Sandy to tell you a lot more about what I just began to talk about and share with you what kind of great things that you can take advantage of at his office. Sandy, it's all yours.
Hey, Hutch, thank you. And thank you, ICABA family, for having me this morning. And Hutch, I see I don't follow instructions. I know you told me I'm supposed to do the platform behind me, so I'll come back one day to make sure that I can follow instructions. But guys, this morning, Hutch led into it the right way. We see what's happening in the federal government. You even hear what our state is looking at doing. And what I'm doing is trying to make sure our small businesses, those with certifications and those without certifications, realize, and Hutch put it the right way, the sky hasn't fallen, yet. And even on the yet side, it may not. It may in 3 years, it may in 10 years, it may not. But one of the things that I'm preparing to make sure all of our businesses recognize, as of right now, based on 1983, the 49 CFR Code of Federal Regulations is still in place when it comes to DBE and ACDBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, and Airport Concessions Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. And those programs, those two programs specifically, there's always been conversation about not reauthorizing them or challenging them. And there have been challenges to date, just not successful challenges to remove them. Do I think those two federal programs will be around 20 years from now? No. Do I think as recent as 12 to 15 years, there'll be major concerns about not reauthorizing or removing them? Yes. But is that program in play right now, this day, this minute? Absolutely. Are there still legitimate carve-outs from women, minorities, socially and economically disadvantaged businesses? Absolutely. So I'm just making sure, even with my county local program, see, the state stopped 2 years ago us setting small geographic goals when the county uses state money, which kind of sort of makes sense. If the money's coming from Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Orlando, I might not have a right to put a small business goal saying, hey, only Broward businesses. But Broward County is still committed with 9 commissioners. So for the money and the things that we do, including that surtax that collects $355 million a year, every year for 30 years, $10 billion worth of activity, we're still going to be setting our local goals. So I'm just preparing my small businesses to understand, before you ever met me, and whenever you set up a business, no matter what your discipline or your industry, hopefully you really did start your business because you had a great idea. You thought you had a solution. You thought you could make something work. You thought you had a better plan than the previous plan. You thought you could add on to something that was already good. You set out to be a business to make money. It's okay if you decided to set out to a business to make money and do good, but you set out to a business to make money, and that means you wanted to be the best business. You then potentially used certain certifications to open up additional doors for you to have pathways. So if someone eventually comes back around and challenges those doors, it doesn't take away why you originally started your business. You started your business because you believe that you could provide a good material, service, or product, and you can do it in a quality manner. You definitely knew it was a competitive manner, and you wanted to succeed. If every certification program in the country goes away in the next decade to 20 years, the thing we have to remember, the goods, materials, and services that's still being procured, they're still going to need to be procured. So I'm going to make sure I help my small businesses recognize, yes, leverage those certifications, leverage those programs, get paid competitively while you can, but never forget, as a business, there's always a mark for you. There's always been folks who didn't open up a door, but there's always multiple ways to skin a cat. So we can use the leverage of certifications to bare minimum, put you in position so that if all the certifications went away, you're already in position to leverage who you are, your history, your work ethic, your activities, the leveraging of your product, good, or service. You'll already be in place. So is this, as they would say in racing, on your mark, get set, get go? Is this on your mark? Absolutely. This is on your mark. But one of the realities is, and I remember saying this when I got here 12 years ago, I remember telling businesses, do not start a business or do not get certified with Broward County and stick all your eggs in one basket. See, that's why our tagline is Broward and beyond. There's other things other than Broward government. Heck, I got 31 cities. I got a hospital district. I got a sheriff's office. I got a school district. I got a supervisor of election. And there's still private industry. And oh yeah, by the way, no matter what they're doing in DC, in case you missed it, 95% of the world's purchasing power is outside the US. Tariffs or no tariffs. Business can be found internationally, which is why we not only do FITSE, the Florida International Trade Cultural Expo each year, bring in 70 countries, so you definitely know what they need. But we also, in our Broward and Beyond Business Conference, which is coming up May 9th, make sure you understand the details of exporting, understand the details of foreign trade zones, understand the details of how through the Gold Key program with the federal government, you too can do business internationally if you so choose. So again, I just wanted to come and briefly say, the county's program, still here, still robust. The federal program I administer, DBE, ACDBE, still here and still robust. And even as they tinker with other certifications, and yes, remove DEI, keep in mind, as a business, there's still pathways. And this current day we're in, we won't be here forever. But it is, per the race, on your mark. This is the time to at least start making sure you've shored up your business as a business first. And you're leveraging certain certifications to get more business opportunities. And if those certifications in the future, it hasn't happened today, go away, you still can make sure the track you build today allows you to be competitive and sustainable if, and that's an if, those certifications completely go away. So that's what I wanted to come and share today. Didn't want to give a sky is falling story. Didn't want to be fear mongering. but we do want to be realistic. And the reality is certain things do happen, certain challenges do come, but as a business, wink, wink, is that not what your business plan has always said? Oh, I'm sorry, everybody doesn't have a business plan. That don't mean go run out and do one tomorrow. But the truth is, you build for adversity. Because as a business, you never started a business for ribbon cutting. You started a business for sustainability. I always tell folks, I have to, it's my job. I go to the ribbon cutting. But I love to go to the 3, 5, and 10-year anniversaries. So thank you for having me this morning, Hutch. I'll certainly take a couple of questions if you got it.
All right. So let's go ahead and we'll open up. I see Jackie Jimenez has raised her hand. Jackie, go right ahead.
Good morning, Sandy. Thank you so much for sharing that information. That was great to know, great to hear, and I know that small businesses are definitely interested in what you were saying. One of the things I'd like to know, or if you could talk about, the businesses that are getting certified, going forward on your mark, like you said, can also say those programs do get changed and those requirements are no longer necessary. Um, can't the office, Broward County Office of Economic and Small Business Development still act as a reference? To say a track record, a timeline, saying these, even though those requirements may not be necessary, but in the future, you could still act as a reference, or can you?
The answer is yes. So again, unless the makeup of Broward County changes, they're going to have a small business program. Broward has had one since 1992. Even when the feds came in or not the feds, even when certain prime contractors came in and challenged the MBE and WBE, Broward just turned around and created the CBE, SBE, and to be open, they started the CBE, SBE with every minority and woman that was in the MBE and WBE. So see, Broward just continued to do it. Hey, I get to say this specially. I can't say this if I'm in Tallahassee. I probably can't say this now next door in Miami. Hey, Broward got 9 commissioners. I got 9 Democratic commissioners. I got a county administrator. I got an ordinance, a law, the county's law. Has nothing to do with the state and the governor. Has nothing to do with the feds. I got a law that simply says my commissioners want to make sure that the money we spend, at least 25%, we spend with local businesses. We say that because we also look at our economics. 85,000 businesses in Broward County, people. You're a part of it. 85,000 registered businesses. I know got some who not registered. That's another story, another day. But 85,000 registered. Guys, in case you didn't know, 89% of my 85,000 are small. Not by SBA small, 1 to 500 employees. 89% of all my businesses got 20 employees or less. So my county recognizes we're small. When I got here, the county used to say, hey, I want to average 25%. I told the county, if you're serious, stop saying average and do at least. So now we try to make sure at least 25% is spent with small. And I just told the commission, you're currently at 34% of everything you buy. So yes, you'll be able to leverage this office. Not that the program's going away, but it goes back to the earlier part. Guys, when you begin to create a track record, even through certification, if the certification went away, your track record stays. You've created an opportunity. You've made a relationship. You've demonstrated you can perform. That's the competitive of the bid. So if the certification goes away after you had a contract for 5 years and you got to bid again, you're the preference. So that will stay, and this office will too.
All right. Thank you, Sandy. And Jackie, we've got a question from Denise Ennis. So we're going to move around here. Denise, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, good morning, Sandy. Nice
Hey,
to see you.
Same.
Hi. Quick question here. I was just wondering, as far as what's available for blue water development, if you're looking at seawall, where can I find out information as far as what's available as far as aid for blue water development?
Absolutely. Send that to us. We got, send me an email. We got 3 community partners, including the hub, including Catherine O'Malley's program, and unless they change their mind, the state also just created its division of blue water economy. So I can send you all 3 of those contacts. that explaining everything that we're now doing, including combining the 5 universities between Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami in those arenas. And I can give you all 3 of the contacts. And definitely send me that today. There's a meeting coming up. I think it's next week. That's dealing specifically with the blue economy. I can send that to you.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Good to see you.
It's
Well, Sandy, you said something a little bit earlier that I wanted to amplify, and you may speak to it again. So one of the things that you mentioned was that as we are in this environment that we're dealing with, the services, products that government buys do not go away. So we have to really keep that, I think, top of mind. And can you just kind of maybe amplify a little bit more about that?
So I'll use it as an example. One of the best programs the federal government got going on right now is called 8A. Go to the SBA.gov website and learn about 8A. 8A is a roadmap for 9 years. So even if 8A went away, if you had an 8A contract right now, that means one federal government vendor has realized that a certified person provides a good material service that they buy. And then that means if an 8A approach me and I'm not procuring that good material service or product from an 8A, I must, by federal requirement right now, give it to an 8A. I must allow them to participate, or I must actually let take the next award and make sure to get a percentage of it. The point is, 8A is an entrance way. So let's say you get an 8A contract. 8A says you got 9 years to be in the program anyway. After that, 8A dumps you. So make all the money you want in 9 years. But even if the program went away, think about competitive bidding, even federal government bidding. You're now already in the door. You're providing a service. You're being evaluated each year. If your service is quality, if you're meeting your price marks, and then these certification programs go away, you're already there because the federal government now, even if he or she has to rebid it, who's the most preferred vendor? Who has the better number and the data? Hear me. Procurement is always supposed to be competitive. And that's why I always tell contractors, you don't win a bid. You win a bid to sustain a contract and win multiple bids. You want to go through the door to leverage your success. Never take one. One was never the intent. Even for my mom and pops who are happy that they finally got a $600,000 contract. That's not enough for me. You have to take that to leverage more. So I'm just saying, to Hutch's point, as you're in the game, as you're learning the game, and especially if you are fortunate enough to win a contract in the game, with or without certification, it's going to be you and your performance, your ability to meet those market points, your ability to perform and to create the opportunities that when the bid goes out again, or when the funding source has a chance to extend it, they're so excited about what you're doing, they just extend it with you. And that's the realm, if you remember, I want to associate government procurement with private industry. Private industry is once you get in this game and we got a good relationship and you handle your business, we're good. Government's the same. You just have to demonstrate it initially through a procurement process. So again, I don't want to act like we're great for the next 100 years. We're not. But I also want to make sure you know this is not going away tomorrow. And if it isn't, and I take my word, it ain't going away tomorrow. But that means today, I just need to be handling my business. And as I'm leveraging certification, how do I demonstrate beyond certification? I'm a good, great business. I tell every local CBE, and I'll be done. I tell all my small businesses, you use certification to win the contract. But the day you win the contract, I don't even call you small business no more. You are a business. Be in position to perform. In exchange for your performance, you should get paid. In exchange for your consistency in your performance, you should receive opportunities to get additional contracts. Use certification to get in the door. But once you're in the door, make everything about business.
And you know what, Sandy, I think there's one word that trumps certifications: relationships. And I think at the core of what you just talked about is that once you get in the door, build those relationships. Certifications can go away, but relationships can extend beyond. And we all know the power of relationships. We sometimes maybe fall down a little bit on the job in cultivating and nurturing those relationships. But ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing that should be at the top of your list in terms of your business strategies, it should be having a plan, okay, to cultivate and nurture your business relationships. And when I say a plan, that doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and get 5 business cards this week, or I'm going to go to a networking event. Is what you do after you meet these people and how you continue to cultivate their relationship. And that will sustain you. You know, you need for the people at the Office of Economic Development to know your name. They need to know your face. So when something comes up that may be in your wheelhouse, that they think, hey, you know what? Jackie does a great job whenever we need bring her on board to do video recaps of our events. I'm going to call Jackie. You know, we know Denise Ennis has the South Beach lady, and we just decided that we want to do a dinner yacht cruise. Let's give her a call. That's not a certification thing. That is a relationship thing. So, you know, Sandy, I really appreciate you coming in and giving us, some insight, and also I think some encouragement to know that we just need to keep moving, and we'll deal with whatever may. But at this time, we can't stop because we're afraid of what might happen. We've got to stay focused and keep going because you know what? Whenever there's lemons laying around that you're being served up, hey, you put a little bit of squeeze to it, a little sugar and water, and you can have lemonade, and I think that's what you're telling us today, and I really appreciate it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Hutch, and thank you, guys. Sorry,
Okay.
I got this 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Tamika.
All right.
I just have a quick question for Sandy. Sandy, you just shared some information with us that was super impactful to the business community. I'd like to know if I can come in and interview you to share that information with the rest of the world.
How dare you? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. There you go. So relationships, guys, there you go. Relationships 201, not 101, but 201. Thanks, Sandy. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, gang.
Okay. Take care. All right, so Sandy left us with a couple of minutes here before our next speaker was due to come up. So I'm going to use this opportunity to introduce and have her to give us a 60-second, if you will, overview about her business. So we try to do a couple of spotlights during this. And I see one of our members that I've seen for the first time, so hopefully she is behind the camera, so to speak. Her name is Yvette Wood, and she's out of the DMV. And Yvette, if you are there, please tell the folks a little bit about what you do. And we've got 60 seconds, so just kind of give us the highlights, if you will, if you're there.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Sorry, we are running around here in the office. We are celebrating a win for the company. I am an event planner. I do luxury weddings, corporate and political events. And we are celebrating a really big contract that just came in. So forgive me for not having my camera on. I am in the South Florida area. I have an office in West Palm Beach. Looking forward to connecting with all of you. I can help grow your business through your events. And I'll be happy to tell you how we do that. We integrate technology with events. So please reach out and give me a call if you just need to talk or run something by me. I'm also a mentor for 1 Million Black Women Black in Business for Goldman Sachs, as well as an ambassador for their 10,000 Small Business Program. So here to help in any way that I can. It's a pleasure seeing all of your beautiful faces this morning. And Hutch, thank you so much for my 60-second spiel here. Good morning.
All right. Well, my pleasure. And I'm going to do the same thing, even though he hasn't joined ICABA yet, but we're going to get him signed up. And I'm going to do that for Mr. J.R. McFarling. He's got some things going on at the Urban League that I want to amplify. So take your 60-second fame here, J.R., and then we're going to introduce our next speaker.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Hutch. Good morning, everybody. I see some familiar faces on the call. I was just kind of trolling through the list of attendees. And, for those of you who don't know, if you launch a business, you're running a business, or you aspire to run a business, and you're dealing with struggles, or you expect or anticipate that there will be challenges, and how do you navigate that? That's where we come in. Through the Central County CDC and Entrepreneurship Center, we help nurture small businesses from ideation stage right through to scaling stage. And we do that through technical assistance, advanced coaching, as well as cohort training programs. And by the way, we are also a CDFI, so we can take care of the lending part when you establish a business to that part where you can apply and qualify. And I'd love to know how I can assist anyone that's on this call today with your small business needs. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, JR. Glad to see you here. And JR, just remind me of something. If you're not getting emails from my ICABA, JR knows where I'm going with this. He saw him last week and he says, man, I looked into my junk file and man, I had 10,000 emails from my ICABA. He said, I will be there next week. I didn't realize all of what I was missing out on. So glad to see you here, JR. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. And as we're doing that, I'm going to launch a poll, and we do ask for your participation because it really helps, guys, for one, our speakers to know, how you feel about what they did because everybody's trying to get better, and that feedback helps a lot. And it helps us to know if we're bringing the kind of people that you want to hear. The other thing is that I've also included some information in the chat on being able to contact Sandy. So if you use that link to contact Sandy, it'll allow you to be able to reach out to him, not only contact him, but learn more about him because it will take you to his profile in the ICABA World community. So speaking of going to profile in the ICABA World community, I'm going to now bring up the profile for our next speaker, Ms. Chantelle Morman. And she is a phenomenal person. I mean, she has one of the most interesting backgrounds. She's in Oriental medicine and also in financial and wealth management. And, that's a pretty interesting range. And so as you look at her about statement here, her company is called Morman and Company, and she's the president. And so Chantelle is a goal-driven professional with a deep commitment to community health and financial well-being. Her expertise is in finance, health, and legal. And her superpower, her empathy allows her to create programs and business opportunities for individuals and their unique needs in their business. So without any further ado, we're going to bring the screen and is all yours, Chantelle. And thanks a lot for being here.
Thanks, Jerome. I appreciate the invitation, and thanks to all of those that are here attending and making ICABA the connection, the business connection that we all totally need. The discussion that Sandy has shared with us is directly the reason and the purpose of Morman and Company and all of the endeavors that I've created. Collaboration and partnership is the key. And as he stated, the differences with actually planning to ensure that your goals and your expectations are achieved is number one. And that's what we do with our 3 Ps to success that we offer, which is defining your purpose and creating the plan to achieve that purpose, as well as positioning you to achieve your plans. We allow ourselves to guide you with a numerous amount of resources and tools that creates the proper financial plan. We have recently in our company experienced a lot of unexpected departures of various partners and affiliates. And so the conversation regarding a succession plan and or the blueprint to your ultimate goal is really a top priority for me this year. We do not know the changes that are going to occur around us, and the proper planning will allow your business to succeed through these challenging times. There's over 40% of businesses has an unexpected encounter, and we all know how challenging it can be to resurface and regain our traction after something of that nature occurs when we're not properly planned and structured for those encounters. So with Morman and Company, we ensure that we provide the necessary planning as well as the protection to ensure the structured entity is operating and will be operable after those tragic times or unexpected situations. We provide financial literacy workshops as well as a toolkit for the employees of businesses, which are the number one assets of a business. We have to ensure that our employees are able to function in the capacity in which they were hired. And so with our Stomp Out the Red campaign, I'll discuss a little bit further though, we have a toolkit that guides individuals and entrepreneurs in a direction that will allow them to have their mental health as well as their physical health to be able to perform the tasks and duties in which they've been hired for. And as you've probably heard in the past, but I do feel as though I created it, your health is your true wealth. And that's why I have a degree in medicine as well as financial services, because without one, there is not the other. And we provide you or your employees with the ability to have over the length of their life a proper tool that will allow them to guide their success in the direction in which they choose for it to go versus having it unknown or surprised in these uncertain times. So I encourage each and every person to ensure that their planning is set in the proper format. So with all that being said, your protection, whether it's within your business liability or your just insurances overall for the business, as we all know, you're all business owners. If not, we definitely would like to sit down with you and look at the cost savings evaluations. A lot of times things are eliminated because they are no longer cost effective. However, everything that you put in place in order to secure your business should stay, and you should find mechanisms and ways to ensure that you are able to sustain that plan. If it's not diverted into a different plan that's going to also bring the success that you're looking for. And every day and time, there's the change that's occurring. As Sandy was stating, we don't know when the change is coming. So we have to ensure to continue to evaluate where we're currently standing in order to ensure that the business is able to succeed through those challenging times. And we at Morman and Company provides the ability for you to do that, and it with no expense. We always assist with a business coaching strategy session that allows you to see where you are and where you would like to be, and any instances that may challenge that plan that you have in your vision. So we provide that, as well as I was stating, our Stamp Out the Red campaign. It is an initiative that's targeted towards bringing in 1 million 1 million humans to be kind to themselves, which in turn bring kindness to others. Just a smile can increase the overall cell mechanism of a human body. So with that, just being kind to ourselves can enhance our abilities to increase our wealth. And we would like for other individuals within the world to just share that one free resource, which is kindness. And when we all collaborate and make a difference, it makes a change within the economics and the society in which we're in. So with business insurance or business assets, we offer various opportunities locally or internationally. So I invite any individual that is looking to add an additional stream or an additional business entity to ensure that they're structured properly or to add additional assets to their portfolio. We can assist in guiding them in creating those entities abroad, as well as collaborating and connecting with other entities that are abroad. And locally, we host our Stump Out the Red events, and we will be having ours in October. And I invite any individual or business that wants to expand their reach by joining us within that campaign. We will offer the members here today a opportunity to be a vendor at no cost at those shows in order to ensure that we are doing our part in connecting and collaborating through ICABA and providing our ability to connect you all with our connections in those spaces. And I invite any individual that has a desire or a need to add our various toolkits to what their product offering is. So the expansion and the reach to assist individuals and families and other small businesses can enhance the growth and the success in those businesses and those individuals. I would also like to state that when we are building our growth, we want to ensure that we're not focusing directly on speculative assets, which are the cryptos and the things of that nature. We can add those in, but I want to ensure that individuals know that at this day and time in which we're in, we want to ensure that we have low risks. So you want to ensure that your various investments are pretty much secure. We don't want to have a situation to where the economical times is going to drown out or take away from the growth that you've had thus far. So with ICABA and Morman and Company and all the other entities that are here today, I would like for us all to collaborate and make sure that we have a strategic plan to ensure that our community is stronger than ever, and that we uplift one another and ensure that we have the abilities to sustain any challenging time. And with that being said, I'll leave it to Jerome to take the question and answers that we may have.
Okay, well, thank you, Chantelle. As I was listening to you, one of the things that you said about, really being prepared. All too often, the opportunity comes, but we're not prepared for the opportunity, and so we definitely have to prepare for ourselves so that, we get lucky. And luck means that that's when the opportunity meets preparation. And so, is there something that, you could just kind of real quickly speak to that you help entrepreneurs do to get lucky by being prepared?
Oh, definitely. We have, as I was stating, the toolkit and also just the free resource of strategizing with that business to ensure that they have the ability to get lucky. I like to call it be fundable. So with being fundable, you want to ensure that all of the options that you have are fulfilled. You want to ensure that you're structured properly. You have all of the legitimate headlines as far as the addresses, the emails. You want to also stop utilizing your personal credit for the various things within your business. You want to ensure that you're using your business so it can gain traction as well as a credit score in order to be able to leverage your business to gain additional funding to be in various spaces. If you do not have the proper criteria that someone will request of you, then you would not be able to walk through that door. So you want to ensure that everything is strong and you have the ability to be fundable, or as Jerome was saying, to have the opportunity that's presented to you. You want to be able to accept it without any additional time. You want to do that immediately when the offer is presented to you. So we will ensure that you have all of those fundable options strategized, and you are ready to walk through the door with a high head and a smile.
All right, fantastic. Anybody have any questions before we get ready to move on? But I'd love to give a chance to get your questions answered here. So I see in the chat, one of the things I found out some years ago, that when you do a great job of presenting and covering the bases, there are not a lot of questions sometimes. So I think you've covered all the bases really well. Somebody told me one day when I was asking why there was no more questions, if they said, well, Hutch, actually, you covered everything. I said, oh, okay. All right. So listen, I am putting contact information in the chat. I actually put some contact information in there for Yvette Wood there. As a matter of fact, guys, she is not your, if you will, kind of like typical event planner doing weddings and that kind of thing. And you'll notice that she is an event designer, which again takes you to kind of elevating, what she does. But she does some really major events and does a whole lot more than weddings for sure. But I also just put in information to connect you with Chantelle, so you'll learn more about her. And that information is in there. I mentioned to you guys about putting some information in about events that are upcoming, because this is about sharing. So this is one of the ways that we share with each other things that are happening. And so there's an event coming up with one of our members, Carter Bonus, and a young brother golfer, and he's got a book also coming out, and he's got his own memoir, so to speak. And he's what, 15 years old? I'm not even sure he's that old yet, but his story is really worthy of having the book.
13.
So go ahead, Jackie. You might have to correct anything I say. I know this golf tournament is coming up, and that's in the chat, as well. The golf tournament is on April 26th. And so there's information here for you to kind of pick up. There's a chocolate culture expo coming up. And there are some people who put their information about their business in the chat. So just go through the chat and check out what's there. All right, Chantelle, thanks a lot for being here. And
Thank you, Jerome. One other thing that I'd like to say, I didn't really
sure.
touch on the traditional Oriental medicine. And what I would like to also offer the group is their ability to try out acupuncture. A lot of individuals do not utilize the traditional medicine as they should. I recommend anyone that is on any medication or has been diagnosed with any ailment to try Oriental medicine to eliminate the root cause of what brought about that disease or that condition. And I would like to offer and extend a free consultation for that as well, for you all to be able to try out acupuncture if you never have, or to come back in and reutilize the service in order to help you gain the strength in eliminating whatever that situation may be. In addition to fog, if you are not able to expand your business or you're not able to properly think of new ways to present yourself or your business, acupuncture can help with that as well. Eliminate the brain fog and eliminate the noise that prevents us from being our true selves. So with that, thank you, Jerome.
Well, I might need to do that. I've got some fog to get rid of here. So thank you so much.
You are stressed for any stressful position. Just walking down the street is stressful at this moment. So yes, we all should indulge in some acupuncture.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So our next featured member is up here, Mr. Derrick Wilson. And guys, the poll has been launched for Chantelle. So please just take a moment. It's only 3 questions, and you go click, click, click. So, help us all out. This is about sharing, collaborating, get better, learn what we need to improve, know what we're doing well, that we can keep on doing that. So it is my pleasure now to introduce our next speaker, and his name is Derrick Wilson, and I'm going to share my screen so we can learn a little bit more about Mr. Wilson. He is out of Georgia, and with MD Communications, where he is the CEO and also founder. And Derrick is in Suwanee, Georgia, and he is an expert in strategic marketing and communications. He drives growth with companies that he supports through innovative solutions and meaningful engagement. His expertise is in strategic marketing, relationship management, business growth, audience engagement, content creation, marketing innovation. And his superpower is building meaningful connections and fostering collaboration to drive impactful communication and business growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I present to you Mr. Derrick Wilson. It's all yours.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Well, I guess that was right. I know, right? Thought about that after I did. Like, wait a minute. All right. Well, look. Let me, welcome everyone. I'm Derrick J. Wilson. He forgot the J. It's kind of like a brand. So many Derrick Wilsons out there. So I try to, separate myself. So Derrick J. Wilson. Today we're going to explore innovative communication strategies to build your brand and grow your business. In this fast-paced world, effective communication is key to standing out and achieving business success. So brief introduction that, Hutch already did similar, but let me talk about MD Communications. We specialize in social media management, text messaging platforms for customer engagement, marketing products, exposure on digital platforms, including audio, TV, billboards, well, outside advertisement is what we're calling them now, because it's more than just billboards. It's at the mall, it's at the gym, it's at the bus stop or train station, depending on where you are in the country, if your system have that. So the goal of this presentation is to provide you with actionable strategies to enhance your brand communications and grow your business. Communications is the backbone of brand success. The power of brand communication can increase your revenue. It builds trust. It enhances visibility. It fosters customer loyalty. Consistency in messaging across all platforms is essential. We can use McDonald's as an example. They're consistent across all platforms, whether it's TV, radio, social media, whether it's billboards or you see them while you're out shopping, they are consistent. Understanding your audience allows you to tailor your communication effectively and build meaningful connections. Um, Make sure you're leveraging your social media. Social media is a powerful tool for brand growth. Choosing the right platform is crucial. If your audience is on Instagram but you're on LinkedIn, then you're not successfully using your social media platform or using social media to grow your brand. So choose the right platform is very crucial. Facebook and Instagram is for visuals. LinkedIn is for professional networking. TikTok and YouTube is for video content. And then there's other ones. You have Alignable, you have Pinterest. Just know what each platform's strengths are and use them to the best of your ability. A successful content strategy balances educational, promotional, and entertainment content following the 80/20 rule. And I can go into that, when we have more time. Uh, in this new day and age, text messaging has become one of the most effective marketing tools. I remember probably several years ago, everybody was doing emails, and emails are still being done. But just like Hutch mentioned earlier, people have emails and don't even know they have them, or they're not looking at them. I have an email account that I specifically use to sign up for stuff because is full of email advertising. Long story short, I don't really open those as much because, you know, in a busy society. Whereas text messages, we always have our phones in our hands. Um, I bought my wife a purse uh, 8 years ago from Michael Kors, and I'm still getting text messages almost daily from Michael Kors. Hey, 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 and so I'm not buying purses every day, but I guarantee you my wife done had more than one purse in 8 years simply because, oh, okay, let me grab that right quick. Now my daughter is getting Michael Kors because now I'm a VIP member and I get discounts on this, or we get specials. So the text messaging work. It has a 98% open rate. And MD Communications, we offer a text messaging platform called Engage Pro. We are probably one of the first Black-owned text messaging platforms in the country. I'm still waiting to verify that, but right now we're pushing forward with we're one of the first on text messaging platforms that's minority owned. That enables businesses to send exclusive promotions, gather customer feedback, automated responses. This ensures direct and personalized communications with your audience. If you find out your audience's birthday, you can automatically send them a happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday from such and such. Come, and just leave it at that. You can leave it at that, and that builds because now you're not selling them anything. You just acknowledging, hey, today is my birthday, and I love that. I get it all the time on my birthdays. Uh, Digital exposure. Expand your brand through digital platforms such as podcasts, online radios, digital TVs, digital outdoor ads is essential in today's media landscape. Podcasts are blowing up. I mean, they establish industry authority because they're industry specific, most podcasts. Online radios provide targeted audit. Online radios include Pandora, Spotify, Sirius XM, iHeartRadio. Uh, I mean, I don't listen to traditional radio. Just be honest. I mean, I get in my car, it automatically attached to my phone, and it's on Pandora, on iHeartRadio, or Sirius XM, whatever platform I choose to listen to. And digital TV and digital outdoor ads. 95% of TVs now, if you bought a TV within the last 5 years, 9 times out of 10, it was a smart TV. Whether it's a Roku TV, a Fire TV, or a Google TV, it's a smart TV. And what that means is those TVs have apps on there. Whether it's ABC, CBS, or whatever, they have apps. If that app is able to receive advertisement, then we are able to advertise on any app, any smart TV app that's advertising capabilities. And so obviously we can't advertise on Netflix, but you can do Paramount Plus, you can do Pluto TV, you can do Tubi. I don't know about you guys, but I watched the Super Bowl on Tubi. So I
One
mean that's
minute,
how.
Eric. 1 minute,
All right.
Derrick.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And so just keep that in mind that you know, digital platforms are the way to get with your brand. Also, influence and community engagement, are vital to building brand credibility. Partnering with micro and macro influencers help create authentic, user-generated content, sponsorship, local events, partnerships with, organizations like this. Partnerships enhance visibility and establish trust within the community world. So the future of communication, of brand communications, is driven by technology. AI bots are available to help with customer support. AR, enhanced product and enhancements, experiences, and optimizing content for voice search is crucial. Like Siri, Alexa, Google Assist, all that is the new norm, and you need to be on there. If you're not, you're missing out. Closing and call to actions, takeaways, consistency in brand communication, leverage social media and SMS is text message and digital exposure, engage with influencers and community, and stay ahead of emerging trends. MD Communications, we can assist with social media management, customer loyalty, digital platforms, whether it's TV, radio, or outdoor advertisement. And our website is the MD Communications. And I know it seemed like I rushed through it, but my time was limited, and I am available for questions. And let me stop sharing my screen.
Okay, thank you, Derrick. And so if does anyone have any questions, go right ahead. You got a question for Derrick?
Hey,
Pamela
Derrick.
Water. Well, I think
Oh,
Pamela's giving you an applause there, Derrick. But go ahead, someone say something.
Derrick, hey, great presentation. Thank you so much. The one thing you didn't touch on, and I'm curious to know why, is you didn't talk about web or website. That's another platform, another form, and just I know we're short on time, but real quick, if you can touch on why that wasn't or not part of the discussion.
Well, I mean, websites are great, but yes, you have to have a website. So let's put that out there. Websites are great, but I wanted to focus on innovative or the trends and having a engagement with via social media, text message, and digital advertising to bring it back to your website. So you were right. I should have said to bring it all back to your website or to where you are offering the product or the services to be sold. So yes, but websites, and which we do offer websites through partnerships with collaborations. But yes, websites are definitely because as you notice at the end, I say go to my website.
Yeah,
So
that
thank
was
you
a
for pointing
great.
that out.
I'm kind of jumping in a little bit because we're at 9:30, so I want to got a couple of minutes to try to wrap up here. Does anybody else have a question? If not, we're going to go ahead and wrap. Okay. I did want to say something real quick about JR's question. JR, as you talked about, websites and also, guys, I put Derrick's connection information there's a link now that you can connect with Derrick. And we're also launching poll for Derrick, if you will, so you can respond to how you felt, what you heard from him. But what I wanted to also say is that websites are inbound. And I think that Derrick was really focusing a lot on outbound strategies, how you get out to people, connect with them to tell you who you are. But Derrick, to the point that JR just made, you do have to have an inbound strategy as well, because when you are out there telling everybody how great you are and you want to connect with them, you got to send them somewhere. And that usually should be like to your website. So just thought I would just kind of put that together a little bit for everyone here. So we really have to take advantage of all these different platforms now that allows you to get out and find the people that you want to speak to and tell them about you and grow your awareness and hopefully get some engagement. And then you bring them to your website. And then your website really needs to be prepared using some of the also innovative tips, whether it's the AI bots and other kind of things because just to get somebody to come to your website and see you, I mean, that's fine, but that doesn't do anything. How do you convert them into either being a customer or being someone, and like in ICABA's case, a part of our network? So Derrick, we really thank you for, being here with us today. And his information is in the chat. As we get ready to close out today, I want to just share a couple of things with you real quickly. And I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see, in case for those of you who are now becoming aware of ICABA Biz Connect, that you might want to see some of the other things that we've done with the ICABA Biz Connect in terms of previous shows and other content that we have. So we were talking about the whole digital thing. This is ICABA-TV, and it's our YouTube channel. We've got over 117 videos here, and we just launched it here about a month ago. So, it's doing really well. And there is a playlist here and a channel with all of the Biz Connect that we do. So last week was Eric Coffey and Talina Paris. And so, you can see them here, but you can see there's a lot more here to go through and see and know, as well as being able to look at some of the other content that we have, everything from our Black Professionals Month to our Black ICABA-TV with streaming podcasts. Some of our members here we've got a lot of podcasts on here from members, and we encourage those of you who are members who want to be a part of the ICABA channel to submit your podcast to us, and we'll look at bringing you up on as well. So just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. We will be back next week, and the focus and topic will be franchising, and we have one of our members, Ray Glover, who's a franchise broker, who will be here to talk about franchising for those of you who've thought about that. Also, we're going to talk about a kind of a non-traditional way of franchising too. Don't know how many of you guys are familiar with how Chick-fil-A franchises. They don't do franchising in the typical kind of way where you buy a franchise and you own it. You actually become a elevated general manager. But the cool thing about it is that while you are able to engage in profit sharing, you don't have to have the big upfront capital in order to become a Chick-fil-A general manager / owner. So we'll have someone here talking about that. And we really appreciate everybody being here. You have a great day. Is there anything anybody wanted to ask or got a quick comment before we go? So can give you going once, as they say, going twice. All right. We will see you next Wednesday. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week.
Level up your success with the ICABA World Network, where accomplished Black professionals and entrepreneurs have created a thriving global ecosystem built from valuable connections and impactful collaborations. Be a part of a trusted network that uplifts, inspires, and enhances your success. Join like-minded and leading Black professionals to foster meaningful relationships, unlock opportunities, and access the resources you need to thrive in your career, business, and life. Go to ICABAworldnetwork.com and join today.